it meant to me to be a first generation student meant bringing new opportunities and additional accomplishments to my immediate family. During my schooling years, my college journey, I had a little sister who at the time was just a little baby. And I knew she was going to be looking up to me, and I ultimately just really wanted to break the cycle. I wanted to break the cycle for her, my family, myself, our future generations. I knew I wanted to be the change, and being the change meant actually completing college and bringing better success to our future for myself and my family.
Motivation was I was bound and determined to get it done. I wanted to make sure to make my parents proud. Like I said, since they didn't have the opportunity, they've always told me since I can remember that I was going to college. And so I did. And then 5 degrees later, I'm done now.
Funding. I think it's critically important. Coming from an underprivileged, under-resourced kind of situation, not having money, coming from a family that didn't really have a lot of money, you don't think about going to college because it's like, well, I'll never be able to afford it. The same way I was thinking. So I think it's very important. I share as much as I possibly can with people that I know, family members, friends, that you need to research the funding available. You can make it. Don't think that there isn't a way for paying for school. There is. You have to look for it. You have to search it out. Ask questions. Go to financial services department and find out what is available. Are there any scholarships available? Go to your community centers. Talk to your school counselors. They always have information about available funds and scholarships and what have you, Pell Grants, anything to help you, because that's the one thing that kept me from making the move earlier. I was in my late 20s, maybe even 30 years old before I decided to go to school. But it's because I didn't know where to start and I didn't think I would be able to afford it. So find out where the money's available, find out where the funding is. And once that's taken care of, then just go after it. Go get your degree, go get the courses that you need to finish that degree.
Well, the obstacles, in addition to some of the obstacles I indicated, was one, I was a single mom. So finding childcare, making sure that I had a steady income to, take care of my son. Those were some of the obstacles that I needed to tackle while I was at school. Thankfully, I was able to find employment with the school, and so that helped. I was able to find ways through different resources that we had available at the college, to find some childcare. Mm-hmm. We actually had the Riley Center across the street, and I was able to take my son 3 days a week, drop him off, and he was just across the street from me at school, and I could go and check in and pick him up every day. Some of the other obstacles, just the uncertainty of second-guessing myself all the time. I did not know the right path. There were days that I honestly thought about quitting. Is it worth it? Because I'm going to school, I'm taking away time from my son, I'm working. Is it going to be worth it in the long run? And it was. But at that particular moment, when you're in that moment, I think that was my biggest obstacle, was second guessing, whether or not it was going to be worth it in the end.
The advice I would give to the first generation college students is ask questions. No question is inappropriate. No question is silly. Ask. When you find that mentor or that role model that you want to be, definitely ask questions. That's how you learn. And if you don't have the support of having anybody that you can ask at home, then your next step would be in this environment here at Ivy Tech. So ask would be my advice.
Those would be ultimately the best thing I can advise first generation students is have a plan. Do your research and don't be afraid to ask questions. Always be prepared and show your drive and always stay innovative. Know that you cannot be overly educated. You cannot learn too many things. There is no limits to being educated or learning new things or being a part of something first. I would say as a first generation student, times may get hard. There may be some times where you don't know where to start or where to begin, but you have those different programs out there to support you, and you have people that you can be involved in with, which is your instructors, and ask questions. It's okay to ask questions, and we all have to start somewhere.
Don't give up. I can't say that enough. Because, like I just said, in the moment that you're there and you're looking at everything, you only see that small puzzle piece. You don't see how it all adds up to the bigger picture. And in fact, I still don't see how everything is going to add up at the end. But I can see how all the pieces have started to lay out to create this picture. And I can't stress enough how much I look back and I'm thankful for my education and where it's led me, and the fact that I can share that with my son now, and he's graduated with an associate's degree now and high school. I mean, those are things I can look back at and say, you know what, it was a struggle at the time, but I made it through and I'm stronger for it. So just don't give up. It's really worth it.
Advice. Again, stay focused. Research available funding, and there's plenty of it these days. A lot more than when I was starting to go to school or thinking about going to school. There's a lot more resources available. Stay focused. And then when you get into school, continue to do your very best to keep up with the assignments. If you don't understand anything, talk to your instructor. All instructors are willing to help you, but they don't know that you need help if you don't say anything. So speak to your instructors, let them know you need assistance if that's the case. Stay focused, I think is the most critical thing. If you have issues with a job, you are working. Many people are working part-time and going to school. If you can't work out things with your employer, work with your instructor. If you have to miss class because of a job or because of a scheduling conflict or something, speak to your instructors. There's always ways that we can work things out, maybe additional assignments or maybe meeting on another separate occasion or a day or time. We'll be willing to work things out. The key is don't give up. You can always find a way to do something. Don't ever say, I can't do this. You can do this. All you have to do is stay focused and reach out to people that are willing to support you, including your staff at Ivy Tech, including faculty, the student office, student services. Reach out. You're not out on an island by yourself. You've got plenty of help. You just need to know where to go to get that help. There's plenty of people here that want you to succeed and want you to go up on that stage and get that degree in your hand. So just don't give up.